Okay, so there are some rule changes coming up in Major League Baseball next year. Of course, you've already dealt with one of them in the minor league system, which is the pitch clock. And I'm curious from a catching perspective, how much time that took you to get used to, and if it was a big deal at all, or really it was just more of a, like I said, getting used to it.
Um, I would say the first few series we used it this year, we were we had some struggles with it. I think we had some balls called on us. We had some strikes called on us in the box, but I think it was like 2 weeks in, and I mean, you hardly notice it. I mean, you
Right.
get the occasional ball or strike call on you because you took too long to get in the box to throw the pitch, but um, no, other than that, it's you don't really notice it for the most part.
Did it mess with the pitchers at all?
Maybe at the very beginning, their first
Right.
couple outings with it, maybe, but I think everybody did a pretty good job getting used to that. And
Okay.
it's not too far off of what the normal speed of the game has been. Now you obviously have those guys that take forever and they're just slower, right? So it makes a little bit of a difference there, but the time difference between not having the pitch clock and having the pitch clock is very marginal, I would say. Very similar.
I imagine when any new wrinkle gets added, like a pitch clock, just the awareness of the pitch clock is a bigger impact on them than the actual time limit itself. Just like in the
Yeah,
back of their head, like, am I running out of time? Do I got to hurry myself up here? Meanwhile, they had loads of time still.
like for me as a hitter is where I think it's made the most difference. Like hitters, like they like to step out, adjust the gloves, kick off their cleats with their bat, whatever it is. And like I don't know how many times umpires like, hey, we got a second left, get in the box, get in the box. And I'm like, man, I'm in here. You know what I mean? Like I've definitely noticed that where
Okay.
your guys are like, hey, get ready. Like you're gonna get a strike. 9 seconds. I'm like, so yeah, that I definitely noticed. But catching wise, pitching wise, it's you still have a pretty good amount of time.
You got that complex in Dunedin down? I know last time we spoke, you were getting lost still.
Yeah, I got it down now. Yeah, I got it down. I've been there enough now.
Honestly, Zach, it has been so awesome to watch you progress up the ranks here over the last 18 months since we last talked to you. And obviously all the best. We'll end on one last question that's not really baseball related here, but are you watching anything these days? You got some TV on the go now that you're not playing baseball every day?
Um, yeah, during the season I watch a lot. Right now
Right, I
it's
guess
kind of
because you're in
like
hotel rooms and
Yeah.
stuff, eh? So you're yeah.
yeah, yeah, and you're on the bus and yeah. So I usually do most of my TV watching during the season, but Yellowstone for me is huge.
Nice, yeah.
Nice.
And I'm a big Duke basketball fan, so I've been watching Duke basketball, some Yellowstone. So
Well, what do you watch
Love
during the
it.
season then? What's a hidden gem that because we got a
oh,
lot of listeners that are no ball to watch right now, so they got to fill their
uh,
schedule 3 hours a day. What can they watch?
Peaky Blinders, if you haven't seen it, it's a must watch.
All right.
House of Cards, Breaking Bad. The list goes
All
on and
right.
on.
Yeah,
I have hundreds that I've watched that
that's
some
great.
aren't too good, some I recommend.
All right.
Yeah,
Like
it's funny
those.
because I loved Yellowstone too, because it's just like it's Cowboys Sopranos, pretty much. Like
Yeah,
it's like, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
No, it's pretty interesting for sure.
Thanks for watching the clip from this interview. The full interview can be found over on our other channel. So if you haven't yet, go check that out. Subscribe over there. Lots of prospect interviews coming up all off season long. I think we have 3 coming up next week. Stick around, drop a like on this video, get your questions in, join the Discord if you haven't already, and we'll get you on the next one. Cheers.